right, good morning, everybody. Bright and early, thank you for joining us here. Is that coming through okay? All right. So, good morning. We're going to start off quick intros, a little bit different field this year. So, my name is Jason Adrian. I think you guys all know me from the last couple of years. We also have Ross Stenfort and Amber Huffman. So they are your new project leads. If you've been on some of the monthly calls, you'll already know that. And I have moved into the incubation committee representing the storage track. So over the last few years, we've been working on a lot of collective contributions and partnerships across various pillars. You have our data center SSD spec, the boot spec, and the HDD acoustics. We mentioned last summit that there was a coming soon of the NVMe hard drive. And it is still coming soon. It's actually going through the incubation committee right now. So expect that to be published in the next few weeks. So this is very exciting, great collaboration across the community. And one thing you've seen from the summit keynotes, we're adding a few new pillars across all of OCP, and storage is no exception. So sustainability, we all have a big role to play. Between SSDs and hard drives, we have a lot of devices out there. How do we enable a more sustainable future? How do we enable more reuse? So you're going to see that theme coming in through many different work streams here in the storage work group. Please join us, participate, help us drive this forward. And how do we continue to drive more impact together? You've seen a lot of these collaborations, whether it's picking a firmware spec, a device specification, a front-end connectivity, sustainability, but we can do a lot more together. It's a very open community. We have the mailing lists, we've got the monthly calls. Bring your ideas here. Work with us, talk to us, share an idea. Not all ideas will gain traction. Sometimes they're gonna fall flat. Maybe it's only one or two companies that are interested in participating, but you never know. Sometimes something will resonate and you're gonna get a large community behind you. Maybe that starts a new work stream or a new effort, and we actually make some cool progress here. So please join us in that. So before we get to the actual schedule and all of the presentations we're having today, a few reminders. So we want to be on time. We want to make sure they're not bleeding over into the next session. So we'll give you like a hand wave or something like 1 minute before. If you're running over, lets you know to try to wrap it up and make sure we can actually be on time. You will use your own laptops. The stairs are over here when you come up. But if you want to stage over here, just make sure you have the right connections. There's HDMI, USB-C. So if you don't have one or two of those, come find one of the three of us and let's figure out how to get your presentation ready. And with that, I'll hand you over to Amber.
Thanks, Jason. We're really excited to have you here today for a lot of great content. So now I get to preview the content. So I won't read a schedule to you because that's probably kind of boring. But what this schedule just shows you is in the morning we have the theme of covering the data center SSD specification, the boot specification called the Hyperscale boot drive, and then starting to look at disaggregation, manageability, form factors, so just getting a state of the union of things we've been doing. Then we continue on form factors a bit after we have a little break. Then we move into the innovation on flexible data placement. So last year we heard Smart FTL, we've heard direct placement. Now we're really moving forward on this flexible data placement and what does that really mean to our community and how we move forward. We've got lunch for an hour, so we want to stay on time, so all of us get that networking at 11:30. Then we're going to jump in the afternoon into hard drives. So we've got the HD Dynamics and the data center SAS and SATA device specs, so that'll be exciting. That covers both HDDs and SSDs. And then the Grand Canyon overview of the HDD storage. Then we start moving into, exciting security on attestation, and then into computational storage and green computing. So you can see sustainability is infused. And then our plan at the end of the day is we thought it was helpful to understand what are the top of mind things customers are thinking about. So we're having a customer panel, and really the plan there is to have a slide or two per customer that says, this is where we're thinking and what's important to us, and then everybody can ask Q&A, because how do we find some important synergy and directions for places we can take things together? And that's really intended to try to spur some of the excitement of what will we do in 2023. What do we hear as the key themes that we really want to go after together? and then some networking. So we'll close at 2:30 and give everybody plenty of time to connect with each other and hopefully come together with some new ideas. So call to action, just be present today. So this is a great time to network. I mean, so many storage innovators in one place. And so make great use of this day because we can really spearhead a lot of what we do in the next year just from hallway conversations in addition to the talks we have today. Network and brainstorm, and let's just define the future together because that's, what I saw in the NVM HDD, it's kind of just came from here, right? So bring new ideas together. So thank you. And now we're going to hear about, if we go back to, we're going to next jump into the SSD features for data center, and then we jump into hyperscale boot drives. So I will call up Vineet and Venkat, right?